Qualified, professional, and compassionate doctors talking real solutions to real health problems.
Non-communicable diseases are becoming the leading cause of death in today's world. If it is not a disease of the heart or stroke, it is kidney. With me in the studio is a team from the Uganda Kidney Foundation to tell us more about kidney disease and its impact on Ugandans. We have Dr. Ogavu Joseph, Dr. Kansime Grace, Ms. Kavalisa Olive, who are all from the Uganda Kidney Foundation, and they're here to enlighten us on kidney health. And I'm your host for the evening, Dr. Darius Wachi. So let us dig into business in understanding more about kidney health, and kidney disease. So I will start with Dr. Grace. You represent the Uganda Kidney Foundation. You are telling the public about kidney health. Maybe you could help the people understand what exactly is the Kidney Foundation.
So Uganda Kidney Foundation is an umbrella organization that is composed of doctors, nurses, health scientists, public health specialists, psychosociologists, and patients and their caretakers. And the main function of Uganda Kidney Foundation is to advocate for better care for kidney patients, but also for prevention of kidney disease. We are a registered organization and we have our offices in Mulago.
Okay. Non-communicable diseases are very rampant in the current world, and kidneys are among the top common types of non-communicable diseases. What exactly is this kidney that seems to be causing so much concern?
Kidney is an organ that cleans blood, and in most cases, most of the biggest population have two kidneys.
Everyone has two kidneys within them.
Yes.
And it helps to clean the blood.
Yes.
How exactly does it clean the blood?
Okay, the kidney has functions that it carries out, but mostly one of the functions is to eliminate excess water from our body and remove toxins. Then there is also to make blood, is also another function, and to remove waste, if I may say.
Can one survive without a kidney?
Unfortunately, no. One can survive with one kidney, but they cannot survive without a kidney.
If both kidneys are done, it's...
Yes, as we shall be telling you later, when someone's both kidneys are sick, you can do an operation and you get one kidney and you will be okay, but you cannot survive without a kidney.
Dr. Ogavu, how enormous is this kidney problem? Is it something to be concerned about? Is it as big as malaria?
We really have to worry about kidney disease. In the past, we thought these were diseases of the so-called developed countries, but the dynamics are changing, and we are seeing big numbers of patients that have kidney disease. In fact, one of our own, Dr. Kalyesubula, he did a study in and around Wakiso and found that 21.4% of the people he saw in the community, these were not in the hospital, were just living at their home, going to the shop, going to a football pitch, church, got and carry out the study, and 21.4% of them had an abnormality of the kidney.
Of a kidney?
Yes.
So 21%, that's like out of 10 people, you have 2 who have
exactly.
a kidney
At least
problem.
2 people, yes.
Okay.
And that's a big number. Now, the challenge is that many of them don't show signs. It's only until you've done a test that you see, oh, there's an abnormality here. And that's the problem with kidney disease. Many times it doesn't show until things have gone bizarre. Someone has lost
slowly.
Yes, up to 90% of function. That's when you see someone now swelling up and getting BP changes. So it becomes very difficult to detect, and that's one challenge that we have. So by coming and telling you about this, we hope that we can catch these things early and save.
And also, in addition, you know, out there is a myth that kidney disease is for the very old people. But kidney disease actually affects everyone, right from a child, a very young child that has just been born, children that are going to school, the adolescents, the young active people who are working, the middle-aged and the elderly. So as we shall look at the causes of kidney disease, so for example, the children who are just born could be born with what we call congenital abnormalities of the kidney. And
Those
so
are like birth defects of the kidney.
exactly, and so they have kidney disease. The children that are, you know, school going, the under fives, like we know in Uganda, malaria and infections are common in this group of children. And these, when they are severe, the complicated malaria, severe infections, pneumonias can be complicated, and they end up with kidney disease. Then the other causes of kidney disease, we have hypertension and diabetes. In Uganda today, a study that was done again in people who were at home working, doing their jobs, they found that 21% of these people had hypertension, high blood pressure.
21% of the
People that were
kidney
just in the
disease?
community,
Or people in the community?
normal people
Okay.
had high blood pressure. But what was worse, 93% of these did not actually know that they had high blood pressure. So what does this mean? These are risk factors. There are two big risk factors for kidney disease, are hypertension or high blood pressure and diabetes. And these are their prevalence in our community is high in Uganda. So it means these patients could eventually end up with kidney disease.
Ms. Olive, is there any other factor that would result in this enormous disease of kidney?
Yes, to add on what my colleagues have said, there is also one cause of dehydration. We tend to concentrate on drinking processed juices and forget to rinse our kidneys with water. Water is a very important component in our body. So, and when we don't drink water, definitely we are going to start passing out concentrated urine. And at times we take it for granted, but it can worsen from acute to chronic. Okay?
So if one gets dehydrated, how does that result in kidney problems?
Ideally, the kidneys are supposed to continue cleaning. They're supposed to continue cleansing the blood. So that does not stop the blood from going through the kidneys. They will still continue going through the kidneys to be cleaned, the blood to be cleaned, but then the cells are going through the kidneys when they are dehydrated. They lack the plasma component of it. So hence, the urine that is supposed to be passed out through the bladder is concentrated because it is full of waste products more than the water. So the waste products become more than the water. Hence, and if that goes on for long, more than 24 hours or 48 hours, it could lead into kidney failure.
And also, in addition to that dehydration point, it might also be that the blood pressure, the kidney also survives, it requires its own blood supply.
Yes.
So states of severe dehydration will tend to reduce the blood pressure.
Yeah.
And that means the kidney is starving itself. It's supposed to be working 24/7, filtering the blood, but if it can't get its own blood supply, the cells may start to die.
Yes,
and then you have some kidney dysfunction.
In fact, the kidneys consume up to 20%, 20-25% of the blood supply. Little as they look, but because of the vital function they play, they take up to a fifth of the blood supply every minute. That one
a
is
quarter of the blood is consumed by the
exactly.
kidney.
So anything that changes those dynamics grossly affects the kidneys, and this can happen with anything. You've just got a cough, you have diarrhea, or you're vomiting, or you've lost blood from a road traffic accident, or anything, or you're admitted and somehow you're not taking in enough. Those are periods that the kidney is very much at risk, and so we must protect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So remember, you're watching the DocTalk show, and we are discussing kidney disease. Right now, in today's world, non-communicable diseases are becoming the #1 killer of people and among which kidney disease ranks amongst the top diseases, which would classify under non-communicable diseases. So after the break, we'll come back and discuss more about more causes of kidney disease, because it's a very wide entity. Yeah, we have looked at diabetes and hypertension, that's high blood pressure, which are the most common factors, most common causes of kidney disease. But there might be other factors which are yet to find out. So you can always send in your questions, send your comments, send your feedback on our social media platforms. That's on Facebook, on Twitter. You can also log on to our YouTube pages, the DocTalk Show, and continue watching some of our videos from there. Remember, this show is sponsored by the Ministry of Health of Uganda.
You are watching the DocTalk Show.